What is up, everybody? It is MonkeyPuzzle, and it is time for episode 29 of Exploring Ragnarok. In today's order of business, we're going to build a aquatic pen way out over on the furthest western shore by the world boundary, so we can finally start doing some underwater exploration. I think I've waited for a good time for it, when eels are not as lethal and the squid are not over spawning and such, so it may just well be possible. But first, we're going to build the base for it today. Before we even get to that, we need to talk about gifts. One, this gift I am wearing right here, generously placed on me while I was offline. I have no idea. I bet it was Kimmy, but if it was someone else, let me know, because such a generous gift cannot go unreturned. You know, I need to give something back. Maybe the gift itself. Just kidding. It's so nice. You know, I'm so grateful for it that I'm gonna have to save it for a formal occasion, because I can't see, like, you know, risking losing this wonderful, wonderful, colorful suit of armor here. So I'm just gonna put it away in here for safekeeping, so I don't ruin it or lose it, because it's just so nice. And then I can just go ahead and put on my old ugly drab set. And oh, is my face painted? I believe it may be. Look at that. I can't quite see it, but it looks like, yes, I may be blushed a little purple in the face. That's definitely got to be Kimmy. Especially because she keeps asking, have you been on Ragnarok? Have you been on Ragnarok? So, it must be her fault. So, that'll be that way until I die. Which probably won't be that long. Because I don't know how to clean it off myself. I guess there's soap I could make, but I think that's just for buildings. Anyway, it'll just look like I'm a little flushed. And still on the topic of gifts, Rimtus, who has that wonderful base over on the west coast, or it's kind of west coast, yeah, northern west coast, left me this box of sulfur. She was over here at the volcano harvesting some, and I guess she had some extra, and she left me this nice box of it. So thank you, Rimtus, for that. And last but certainly not least, check this out. A 150 Griffin gifted to me from Yor. So thank you very much, Yor. That's very generous of him to leave this for me. I've been looking for a 150 Griffin for quite a bit. I've got some points I can level up, because it's been hanging out a little bit since he placed it here. I had to finish up the other project I was doing before I could show you guys this. And so you can see I've got 3 145 so far. Well, I've actually tamed 4. This was the 4th. The first one died because I got a little too arrogant and tried to attack a pack of aloes with it. Hey, yeah, they got the 140 and 3 145s here, but I had not seen a 150 yet, so that is pretty awesome. Thank you so much, Yor. I appreciate that. So I'm going to pump it up with stamina to start with, maybe a little weight, and I'm going to hop on it and run over, or fly over really, to where I've stashed a bunch of parts for the build that we're about to do. So I'll meet you over there. And one of the things I need to check out, NVIDIA just updated its video drivers, and it claims to be game ready for the release of ARK. And I've been getting some pretty bad video driver crashes every time I ride a Griffin. So seems like so far that may be checking out, that hopefully that is fixed. That'd be great not to have to relog and, you know, from being DC'd the first couple times I ride a Griffin in game. Oh, and one more order of business before I leave Monkeyheim over here. There was a rumor that it is done. MonkeyHime! That's a little gift from Excited Kangaroo. This place is now named MonkeyHime. So that is awesome. Got a place on the map named after me. Or at least after my home. MonkeyHime! Check it out! This is what, I don't know what that character is supposed to be right there, but MonkeyHime it is. That's very exciting. And I guess I'll have to build a base here every time I play on Ragnarok. There's no way around that now. And last order of business over here before we move on is Eddie the Gamer Ghoul. You should check him out. He does a lot of Worlds Adrift stuff. We're going to change the name of the quetzal here, who he suggested should be named Giblets, which I think is a fine name. It's a little gross, but cool, very cool. I think it's fitting. You are now, henceforth, dubbed Giblets. Cool. So we gotta come up with a name for this nice one from Yor. And anyway, I'm gonna head on now with all that stuff said, and let's go build an aquatic pen. So I'm over here in the bottom of the green valley named Hidana, where the green obelisk is, and the world boundary is right here. Right down by the coast here, I've left a box of building materials that I spent quite a long time gathering all the materials for and crafting. Let's check that out. So over there is the swamp, and then that's all area that's gonna come. There's a nice Titano who likes to hang over there. But this area is not that fancy. They may or may not change it when they update the map. Oh, and by the way, showing you that MonkeyHime, there has been an update to Ragnarok DLC, and I don't know all of what's involved, so except for the naming of my area, that's the most important thing, obviously. So here's the box. And you can see I'm going to go with glass and metal for the most part. I want to make it sort of aquarium-like. So it's like a big fish tank, basically, that you can see in or out. And we were looking around trying to figure out where it should go. And I think this little dip here is the one that I'm going to try to outline. I actually forgot to bring some scuba gear for doing this, so I might need to go back for that so I don't drown too much. But yeah, I'm going to see what I can do to sort of wall off this area, and hopefully there'll be plenty of room for big stuff in there. If not, you know, we can always expand it. But going to start something decent at least for putting in the baryonyx and some megalodons, and we'll see how fast we move up to the other ones. Apparently you don't have to go straight for the basilosaurs now, because eels are not nearly as bad as they used to be, so we'll be checking that out soon enough. But anyway, I'm not going to try to build this all on camera, because there's going to be a lot of fussing around and trying to figure out how it goes, so I'm going to go ahead and at least get the foundation of it placed, and then I'll bring you back and show you what I've done. So, see you shortly. With my nice pink magenta face. Lovely. So I just came back to MonkeyHime to get some materials, and I realized that I never explained to you, before I said I was going to build my first aquatic base down over here within easy ground dino reach of MonkeyHime. And that spot was over here. I had trekked down here on my bear, and right after I did that, I placed a box of materials down right there. Well, one, this was not a very big space that, you know, on the shelf. It just wasn't going to hold very much. But then right after I did that, I saw someone had built this bridge over here, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Now I can easily get across over to here. And, well, if I'm over here, I might as well build it in this little bay here, which was bigger than that, but still kind of shallow and not very big. And it turned out that that was all because of B-Fun. It was building an aquatic pen over here. So you can see a big old behemoth gate in the water over there. And then if we can come all the way to the other side over here, a big old behemoth gate over there. And compared to what I was doing, this thing is huge. Oh, there's some piranhas right there. Can't jump in and show you right there. He's like, well, why don't you just use mine and build one over on the coast, and then we'll share that one. I was like, well, that sounds pretty reasonable. I don't know why I wouldn't do that. So let me see if I can take a peek in here without something getting killed. But there is a huge old gate right there. He even had to put it up on pillars. Look at all this space. And then down in here, there is a tunnel that goes all the way under and over to the other side. And you see he's got some sharks and stuff parked in there, going all the way over to that gate on the other side. So without putting my scuba gear on and fighting the piranhas on the other side, just wanted to show you that and what led to me just skipping building here and going to the coast. So I will meet you back over there. Alright, so this is what I came up with. This is just sort of the bare bones outline, but just trying to work with the natural terrain and still come up with something that's gonna work. So, got just a regular old metal behemoth gate up here with a glass gate on it. I guess the metal gateway and glass gate. And then this first area here is gonna be kind of base-like. And I still have to design what that's gonna look like, but I tried to make it so there's enough room in here to keep some basic dynos that you come over here with, and have a whole little workshop thingy, and, you know, we'll try to fancy it up, but I still need to do the basic design for it. And then in here in the water, let me show you what's going on in here. Let's put my scuba back on. And I guess we'll go ahead and put this on. It's sort of a trade-off. You get field of view for clarity. But got this whole little scooped out area fenced off all the way until where the gate just peeks out of the water. So pretty much as deep as I can go with the gate without having to put it on a platform. And it's a little off center here. It's down this way a little bit just because of the thing where when you place it, you know, if it's high on one side and low on the other, it goes up off the ground like that. It still does it a little bit here, but I can put a foundation or something under there and kind of fill it in. But it's not as bad as it would be if I tried to center it and put it all the way up there. So I think this gives me a fair amount of room. I should be able to put a fair amount of aquatic dinos in here and also other folks' aquatic dinos. So hopefully that's going to work out. And it pretty much works with the shape of the thing. And then of course all these metal fence supports are going to get hidden once I've attached the walls and stuff to them. So yeah, if I get my visibility tool and turn it into hide mode, all those will go away. Of course, I don't want to do that yet because I need to see them in order to do this. So, you know, it's a big project, so I'm sort of balancing between what I can reasonably do with materials, but still trying to make it look somewhat interesting. So hopefully I'm going to accomplish that. Now, this in itself took me quite a long time. So I've been working on this for a while. So I'm getting a little worn out now. And plus, it's going to take a lot of materials to fill it in. I've got 50 glass walls here. And I've pretty much, I used up all my tall glass walls, my large ones. And I didn't bring nearly enough. So I'm going to need to do quite a bit of grinding if I'm going to make the whole thing out of glass. I'm not sure if this is quite how it's going to go, but it's going to be some combination of metal pillars and glass walls. Like I said, trying to look like sort of a modern aquarium kind of thing. I don't build in metal and glass that often, but trying to do it a little bit more. And then this will also be indestructible to everything except that titano down there. So that's also a plus with using these materials. So we'll see how it looks. But I know this has been a fairly short video relative to my other ones, but I've got so much grinding to do that if I waited till I was finished, you guys wouldn't get this video for a while. So I want to give you guys an update and let you know what I've been doing and fill you in on some of the things. Got one more thing to show you over at the watchtower of it here. So let me get over there, show you one more thing, and then I'll sign out. Okay, so over here at the watchtower, my son logged on recently and he was playing drums on my roof. But I had one more gift I wanted to show you so that nobody was left out. Over here, it took me a while to discover it, a fellow named Cool Nerd, who lives over in Denmark, I believe. He left me this mutated pteranodon that's got this really, really snazzy color here. And there's a note on it, I believe, if I can get in there. It says, "Doesn't match your colors, Cool Nerd." So I think it's pretty close. Let's see, let's get in there. It's a little bright. It's a little closer to my face paint than my armor. But it works. We put a purple saddle on it. And if nothing else, it's a very cool color. And at least it matches somewhat. I don't know. But it's a very nice pteranodon. So thank you, Cool Nerd. So anyway, with that, I'm going to sign out. Thank you for watching until the end of this episode. And I will see you relatively soon with the next one. Bye-bye.